I would say one of the most important aspects of my life is taking care of myself and supporting my mental health, supporting my connection with myself and nurturing that. And a way I have found to consistently stay in touch with myself is definitely journaling, but then taking that further into a monthly ritual of reflection about the entirety of my life, looking at what I've journaled about and sort of creating this summary of a month. Today I kind of want to go over upgrading my Notion template, which I've been using for this reflection. I feel like I need to adjust it to better cater to my life right now, so I'll be sharing that new template with you all today. Y'all don't want to see my AirPods? They are so dirty. After setting the mood with some summer indie music, I am working on my reflection template. The current iteration prompts an overarching impression of the month at the top of the page, and I might keep this after it flows into life areas that I have defined as important to come back to on a monthly basis. And for each life area, I have formulated 2 to 3 questions just so it's easy to get back into this. And I do believe that this is a great approach, but it felt a bit repetitive because I already journal regularly throughout the month on these topics. At the bottom of this template, I have this section for intentions, which I'm going to be keeping in a different form. Alright, first I am deleting this life area section. I've come to realize that right now it's not the way I want to capture my life. It felt a bit too much like a task, too much like a part of therapy and working on my internal beliefs. And as much as I advocate for this kind of self-reflection and advocate for therapy, this is not necessarily what I want to be doing with this monthly reflection. Instead, I am adding prompts which encourage me to recenter and connect back to my hope, to my dreams. I've realized that what I desire with this reflection is to help me feel refreshed in my mindset. I actually found that in my journal from last year that I wanted to feel refreshed in my mindset, to refocus on how far I've come and to encourage myself to keep going. So that is my purpose for this reflection. Additionally, I'm creating this affirmations prompt as a spot to collect relevant affirmation statements and positive statements to use the next month. With my new template ready, which by the way is linked down below, here is how I approach this process. I get out my journals and texts that I have written about my life this month. Since I title my entries, it's relatively easy to get an overview of the topics I've reflected on this month. These topics and this impression of my last month is what I would capture in my first prompt, which is relatively similar to the one in my last template. This is how I welcomed June, okay? I wrote, June! Oh, hey, darling. After reading my entries and creating this summary of my life, I answer the new prompts. The way I like to think of this is after acknowledging how I'm doing and the direction I'm expanding in, after taking note of my progress, I want to celebrate it. I want to give myself a pep talk and write myself a love letter from the perspective of my most loving self. And however you call this, your higher self, your inner being, or just some kind of wisdom or guidance that you can trust, this can become a moment for you to realign with yourself, connect to where you want to go, and encourage yourself, empower yourself, that you are going there and that you should keep going just the way you are, because you are trying and that is all you can do. Then I go through one more time and collect my affirmations or encouraging messages. Actually, while filling out this reflection, I created some new affirmations, and these I'm filling in to the last section. And as I said earlier, these can guide my thoughts moving forward. Although these prompts are fewer, they feel much more aligned with me now, and I look forward to working with this simple template for the rest of the year, or until I feel like it requires another evolution. This is sort of part 2 of my monthly reset, and that is starting a new month in my Notion planner template that I've created. And for this, y'all may know that I've actually created some artwork with my sister so that you can have this calendar where for each month you have a piece of artwork. So this is the July art. Just having some art in my Notion seriously improves my experience using this and gets me so excited to have like new colors and themes each month. So anyways, it's honestly pretty simple to set this up, and here is where I define my monthly goals, which also includes the books that I want to be reading. I just uploaded a video about how I have gotten back into reading, and with that I do like to define some reading goals. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself right now, but I want to finish one book in July, so I'm adding that to my goals. Okay, so some months I do this and some months I just go week by week. But for this month, I am going to be setting up all of the weeks, which is super easy to add because I have this button there. So I just add all of the weeks of this month and add a cute icon, just, you know, to set the theme, to set some vibes. I can already define my weekly goals or break down my monthly goals into my weekly goals before the month even starts. And I feel like for some of y'all out there, that may be your approach. For me, I more often go week by week, except to have like important deadlines or events, I like to add them before or early. So now that I'm working on my monthly reflection and have also set up my monthly calendar in my Notion, I wanted to pick back up on my Notion artwork because I actually sell it on my Squarespace website. So here is a word about our sponsor, Squarespace. I believe that whether you're building a brand, writing a blog, or selling online products like me, Squarespace has you covered with all the tools you need to start reaching your audience. So you can get started by building your dream website with their professional yet flexible templates and add features to fit your needs. Take this a step further with their Fluid Engine design system, which allows you to customize every design detail by drag and drop technology for boundless creativity. If this sounds good to you, head over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and once you're ready to launch, use my link squarespace.com/Yusuf for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. I hope that these insights into my monthly reflection and the evolution of my reflection template can be helpful in terms of perhaps you are creating your own template using mine as a basis, or just creating your own reflection questions that can seriously improve the quality of your life by implementing some kind of practice or ritual on a monthly basis. Make sure to use my Squarespace link once you're ready to launch. I also have a Patreon, which is linked down below. I will see you in the next month, and until then, peace out.